guys, we are going to talk today about the 2020 Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. As you guys have probably guessed, things are going to look pretty different this year, considering that we are in the midst of a worldwide pandemic. So I'm going to go over a few changes you need to know about and a whole strategy for how I plan on shopping the sale. First of all, let's just get this out of the way really quickly. What is the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale and why do we care? Unlike other sales that typically discount merchandise that they've been unable to sell for the season, and then there's like an end of the season sale where it goes on, sale. The Nordstrom Anniversary Sale is special because it's actually pre-fall merchandise that is marked down sometimes as high as 60% off. And so there's this 3-4 week period where the fall merchandise comes in and it's new and it's exciting and it's marked down. And then after the sale period is over, it goes back up to full price. So that is why we are all so very excited about this sale. All right, I think most of you know that though. The biggest thing is the sale got pushed out. As most of you know, usually the sale happens in July. And this year, given the COVID situation, the sale got pushed out until August. So the public sale, where anyone can shop, where the sale is truly open to everyone, starts August 19th. However, I don't recommend you waiting until August 19th. Instead, I highly recommend getting a Nordstrom credit card because credit card holders get to shop the sale at least 1 week early. So all Nordstrom card holders get to shop the sale starting, according to my notes, on August 13th. This year, they're doing things a little bit differently. Nordstrom has already released a preview online of the entire collection of the sale. So normally Nordstrom would just release a catalog. This year, everything is online. You can see everything that will be available to shop when the sale goes live. So the tricky part to this sale this year is there's a preview period of about a week, and then the sale does open up for shopping for certain people starting on August 4th. And the way they've determined who gets to shop earlier, who gets to shop later, is this credit card status based on how much you've spent at Nordstrom over the last year. So get your credit card, and if you have a credit card, check your cardholder status. Check your status. You can check your status by just logging into, I think it's nordstromcard.com, where you pay your bill, and it will say right at the top what level you are. You're either an icon, an ambassador, or an influencer. Or you're a brand new card holder, one of the four. So log in, check your status, and then you can check our timeline of events to figure out when you can shop. July 24th is when the preview period started, so you can go look online now to see what's in the sale. August 4th is when the icons can start shopping if you are a card holder and you are at an icon level. August 7th is when ambassadors can shop. August 10th, 3 days later, is when influencers can shop. And then another 3 days later is when all card holders can shop. So if you have a Nordstrom card holder, everyone can shop on the 13th, but a few of you guys will get to shop a little bit earlier than that. And then, of course, the sale opens to the public on the 19th and the whole thing ends on August 30th. So that is the timeline of events. A couple things you need to know. One, when a new access level becomes available online, it's going to go online at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So August 4th, 9:30 in the morning, East Coast time is when icons go, and then 9:30 August 7th is ambassadors, etc. So mark your calendars. The time becomes important, guys, because things sell out like crazy. I think we want to talk a little bit about what to expect in store. If you do choose to shop in store, there's some things that you have to be aware of. One, Nordstrom has a store-wide policy, regardless of what state you're in, but Nordstrom has a store-wide policy that all customers have to be wearing masks. I believe at all times. I think they would even like you to be wearing masks in the dressing room. They do have a policy of cleaning dressing rooms in between customers' use. They are shutting dressing rooms to make sure that people can maintain, be socially distanced. And and the last thing that's kind of a big one, you guys, is they are quarantining clothing after it's been tried on for a certain period of time. So if you've shopped in store before and you're used to sort of like going in during the anniversary sale and there's this big frenzy and you're like grabbing clothes and you go into a dressing room and then you try a bunch of stuff on, I don't think I think it's going to feel very different in store. I think between the socially distancing and the fact that there's not going to be as much inventory available because, you know, other people will have just tried it on, I think the in-store experience is going to look and feel very different. So, that said, the Mom Edit has decided that none of us are going to do our dressing room selfies in store this year. It doesn't feel safe for us and for the Nordstrom employees, and it didn't feel like the right thing to do. So we will be doing 100% of our dressing room selfie articles at home based on things that we have ordered. So that's our plan. So let's start talking strategy, given all that we have given all that we have learned so far. All right, I have my notes here. Here we go. Tip number 1 is just don't shop in store. Even if it weren't COVID times, I probably would recommend this anyway, because I've found over the years, and gosh, you guys, I've been covering this sale for over 10 years now, but I've found every year the online inventory has become better and better, while the in-store inventory has been getting smaller and smaller. And so we've been talking as a team about how these dressing room selfies, we had wanted to change them up anyway, because we were going in store, doing dressing room selfies, and then coming home and seeing like all the good stuff was online. So given that it's COVID times, it makes so much sense to shop online, but even if it weren't, I still would recommend shopping online. So yeah, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is shop as early as freaking possible. There are pieces that have such a huge sellout risk that they often, in years past, they wouldn't make it past the first weekend of early access to Nordstrom cardholders. This year, because there are certain Nordstrom cardholders who get to shop, you know, even earlier, I think I'm a little bit concerned that by the time we hit early access, that a lot of the good things will be sold out. So shop as early as possible. Shop online and shop as early as possible. Tip number 3, schedule your triple points day for the first day that you can shop. Those triple points sort of add up if you're a card holder. Nordstrom adds those points up, and that's when they send you those Nordstrom notes. So that's kind of a nice time to accumulate some Nordstrom notes. Tip number 4, here we go. You have to go after, I would recommend going after the things with the highest sellout risk. And so I've put together a little list here of things, and again, I don't have any insight necessarily into what is happening this year, but this is just based on, you know, years and years of covering the sale. What tends to happen is there is a group of brands that are both well-known and fairly affordable, and those brands always sell out in the first few days of the sale. Nike, Adidas, Champion, and Levi's. If there's anything that those brands have in this sale, and you can see, those are the brands, that's what you should target first, because they, most of those pieces are under $100, and everybody wants them, everybody knows about them, everybody loves them, and they almost always sell out. So it's Nike, Adidas, Champion, and Levi's. And Adidas actually has a leopard print sneaker in the sale that has been selling out every time it was restocked anywhere, regardless of sale. So I would, if you are interested in those, definitely add that to your list. Beauty stuff doesn't usually sell out that quickly, except there's a handful of things that I waited too late last year and I was disappointed. So there's 2 brands of sunscreen in the sale, the Supergoop spray sunscreen and the Kula Mist SPF. They're both amazing, and they sell out really fast. So I think because, you know, it's summer and everybody still needs it. So yeah, so if you are interested in the sunscreen, just like order that right away and move on. And then the other beauty product that always sells out is that Revita Lash and Revita Brow. My sister has been using it for years and swears by it. So I keep meaning to try it, but it keeps selling out. So I would target that for sure. The next category of things are some of the higher end pieces. Rag & Bone jeans, if you're a fan, they will sell out. High-end leather jackets. I know there's a Vince one in the sale. There's an All Saints one in the sale. It almost doesn't matter. If you are in the market for a really nice leather jacket, the higher end ones do tend to sell out pretty quickly. Vince sweaters, they won't all sell out, but there will be a handful that do. So sort of identify the Vince sweaters that you like and go after those. And then UGG slippers. What I found with these UGG slippers is the pretty colors and the neutral colors sell like this, and then like the neon orange will those will ride through to the end. So if you're interested in the neon orange, take your time. It'll be fine. There's another category of thing that I think is going to sell out pretty quickly this year, since we are in a worldwide pandemic. And that is all of the like sweatpants and cozy loungewear. I think there's going to be a huge demand for that because I don't know if you guys remember, but Nordstrom could barely keep that stuff in stock in March and April and May. So I think all the sweatpants in the sale, I think they're going to sell out quickly because they're really cute ones too. And I personally would target Beyond Yoga. They have leggings and sweatpants both that are so insanely soft, and people are starting to know more and more about Beyond Yoga. So I think those are going to sell. And any Zella, any pretty Zella, Zella is Nordstrom's in-house workout wear brand. That stuff tends to sell pretty quickly too, so target that. All right, so tip number 5, buy multiple sizes. If any of you guys are savvy online shoppers, you're probably doing this already, but given that there's such a huge sellout risk for this stuff, and given that we're shopping online, if you are at all concerned about sizes, just buy both or 3 of them, whatever. Buy it and then figure it out and return the rest, and return it kind of quick so the rest of us, can still pick from it. Which brings me to tip 6, which is closely tied. Unlike previous years, because so much of the sale is going to be happening online, I do think that our ability to get sizes later in the sale might go up. I think there's going to be some heavy returns happening throughout the whole 3 to 4 week period. So, well, my understanding is Nordstrom won't be restocking. They don't usually. I suspect that if you were dying for something, you could probably stock it for a while and wait for a return to come back in. So I wouldn't give up hope. In previous years, I've said there is no hope for you, but this year I think there's hope, guys. And then my last tip is just the sale's big. Like I guess I thought, I was worried that Nordstrom would scale back a little bit given COVID times, but the consensus of the team is that the sale looks amazing. We are actually happier, and I don't know if it's just because we're seeing everything all at once, but we are actually happier with the things in this sale than we were last year. So there's a lot of stuff, and it can be overwhelming. So I suggest you just bookmark your favorite bloggers, because part of our job is to sort of help make the sale more accessible and feel less overwhelming. So I know if you follow the Mom Edit, we have, I don't know, 10, 12 contributors now, and every single one of us is off doing all kinds of research. We are going to be ordering all the things, and we're all coming up with our own personal capsule wardrobes. So if you can find a contributor whose style you identify with, bookmark her wish list, which we can link to all of our wish lists below in the comments. And yeah, have fun. This is going to be a fun little treat in the middle of our little pandemic. And yeah, happy shopping.